Dolphins fans, you're watching Dolphins Today. I am Will Scott, talking about the latest Miami Dolphins news and rumors. But before we get into today's show, remember back in January when we had that challenge, you could comment the most on one of our videos? That was Dustin Schwartz. He commented on one video 90 different times. So now I'm asking you to go after his record and to break his record. It would be 91 standalone comments on today's video. So shout out our guy, Dustin Schwartz, a loyal subscriber. John Ruiz, you going to beat him? Chad Jones, you going to beat him? I know a couple of y'all are going to go after that record down in the comments. So go comment whatever you want below. Fins up, Fluker to Miami, whatever, and try to beat Dustin Schwartz's comments record on today's show. And on today's show, we're talking about the possibility of a Cedrick Wilson trade. There was a report in the Miami Herald earlier this week that said the Dolphins would be open to trading the soon-to-be second-year wide receiver. Here is what Barry Jackson said. The Dolphins could trade Wilson this offseason, reduce the cap hit from $8 million to $2 million or $1 million, depending on the timing of that trade. They're open to that, but they're also okay with having him on the team, according to an involved source. So Barry Jackson saying that, yeah, they're okay with keeping him, but they're also open to a potential trade. The Dolphins virtually have no cap space right now, and trading Cedrick Wilson would probably clear about $6 million in salary cap space, potentially even more than that. Now, I'm going to give my thoughts on a Cedrick Wilson trade here in a second, but if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you are a true Dolphins fan, because we have daily videos. We're one of the very few channels out there that brings you daily Dolphins content. We also bring you weekly live shows as well. We go live every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Taking a look at Cedrick Wilson's numbers from the past two seasons. So I think we're really excited about signing him last offseason because he had a breakout season in Dallas in 2021. 45 receptions, 602 yards, 6 touchdowns. But in Miami this past year, only 12 receptions, 136 yards, no touchdowns. He was expected to be the number 2 wide receiver, the number 3 wide receiver. He was far from that. Now, he signed a 3-year, $22 million deal with Miami last offseason, so he still has 2 more years left on his current contract, and he's owed over $14 million over the next 2 seasons. When you're talking about trading him, though, I have mixed feelings about it. The cap space situation is obviously not good right now, so it's appealing to clear cap space, but I also know that Ced can be a lot better than he was last season. We saw the numbers in Dallas in 2021. I think he can be a reliable, a really good number 3 wide receiver. Hopefully he has the chance to produce this next season if he does not get traded. Do you want to trade Cedrick Wilson? Type T for trade or type P for pass down in the comments section. Go down and let me know. It is the pinned comment on today's video. So when ad break comes, go down, chime in. Do you think the Dolphins trade Ced Wilson? Taking a look at the current wide receiver depth chart. You got Tyreek Hill. Jalen Waddle is your clear top 2 receivers. It was actually Trent Sherfield who was your number 3 wide receiver last year, but he's in Buffalo right now. You signed Braxton Berrios. He has a chance to be the number 3 wide receiver. I'd love to see more of Eric Ezukanma this next year. So Ced Wilson hopefully will have a chance to kind of be the number 3 wide receiver and produce this next season. However, after saying that, I still think the cap savings are extremely appealing. I mean, again, you have no cap space right now. You can save $7 or so million by trading Cedrick Wilson. And yeah, you're not going to get much in return, maybe a 6th or a 7th round pick, but you are going to get a lot of cap space. I mean, you can go out and maybe fill a bigger need on this football team. So the cap savings there are appealing, and I'm sure it's why Chris Greer and company are considering a Cedrick Wilson trade. Speaking of considering, you should consider stopping your bad habits, trading in a bad habit for a good one, and you can do that through our friends at Fume. Are you tired of struggling with bad habits? Cold turkey might be great for sandwiches, But there's a better way to break free from those pesky habits, and it doesn't involve weird mind voodoo or other bizarre tactics, introducing our sponsor, Fume, an innovative award-nominated device that helps you kick bad habits to the curb by focusing on the good parts. Fume is all about embracing the natural. It's not electronic, and instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Best of all, it's free of harmful chemicals and packed with delicious, all-natural flavors. The adjustable airflow dial and movable parts and magnets make it perfect for fidgeting, which can help alleviate stress and anxiety while you break your habit. I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but I was pleasantly surprised by the taste, feel, and look of Fume. Breaking a habit can be tough, but with Fume, it's easy, enjoyable, and even fun. With over 100,000 customers and countless success stories, there's no reason you can't be next. Start your journey towards a healthier lifestyle with the Journey Pack from Fume. Visit tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports for 10% off when you purchase the Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com/chatsports. And don't forget to use code chatsports for 10% off your order. The link is down in the comments and the description of today's video. Go and pick up the Journey Pack today. Plenty of good flavors to choose from. Again, it's not a vape. It's a non-electronic device designed to break your bad habits. So go and break your bad habits right now and turn those into positive habits. Tryfume.com/chatsports. Again, that link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Got a pretty big announcement for you guys. DJ Fluker is coming on the show. Maybe he's a Dolphin. We'll see. But he's definitely coming on Dolphins today. I think we're going to be excited about that. Of course, he's a guy we've talked about potentially bringing to Miami. He had a great pro day at Alabama 2 weeks ago. He was trending on Twitter, especially on Dolphins Twitter. Has not played in an NFL game since 2020, attempting a comeback. Signed with the Dolphins in the 2021 offseason, so a lot of us have familiarity with him, but he was released after tearing his meniscus. So DJ Fluker, apparently there's some interest there. We're going to ask him about that, if he's interested in coming back to Miami, if the Dolphins have shown interest in him. I saw some buzz on Twitter about that earlier, so we're going to ask him about that when he comes on the show. He's going to be featured on our live show Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That's when the interview is going to air first. Then it will be posted on our YouTube channel on Friday. So DJ Fluker coming on the show. Are really excited to talk to him, and that's something to look forward to for later this week. Again, live show Thursday, and then that interview is going to be posted on our channel on Friday. Now let's get into some NFL draft news. The Dolphins have been busy meeting with some potential targets here ahead of this month's NFL draft. We begin with DeMarvion Overshown, who we talked about at the NFL Combine, because the Dolphins did meet with the Texas linebacker at the Combine. They are meeting with him again ahead of the NFL draft. Taking a look at the numbers from this past season: 96 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, 5 pass breakups. And the Dolphins linebacker room looks a little bit different, not too much different. You obviously signed David Long. That was a really big pickup, so I think we feel comfortable with the linebacker room right now. You also signed Malik Reed. You re-signed AVG, but this room can still get better, and drafting a guy like Overshown would be a really big pickup in the draft. He's expected to be a third-round pick. The Dolphins do have a third-round selection. Do you want to draft Overshown? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Some more draft news. The Dolphins also met with TCU running back Kendre Miller, Nebraska edge rusher Garrett Nelson, and Bowling Green defensive tackle Karl Brooks. So those are the confirmed meetings. Whenever the Dolphins do meet with the draft prospect, we are going to let you guys know. We'll continue to track all of the draft news here in the coming weeks. The Dolphins have a league low for draft picks, but hey, they could still get some talented guys in the building in this month's NFL draft. It's coming up in a few weeks. We're going to have it live here on Chat Sports. We'll probably be live on our Dolphins channel as well for the second and third round selections. Be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/Dolphins News. Going to get you guys a Dolphins mock draft here pretty soon.